Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. It is an awesome privilege to be here to share with you all today the importance of having a vision for our children. Every child has a great purpose to fulfill on the earth before they were even conceived. And they also have the ability inside of them to fulfill that purpose. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4 says, Before I the womb. I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you, and I ordained you a prophet to the nations. It is very clear from this reference that God had already had a plan for the prophet Jeremiah's life before he was even conceived. Isn't that amazing? As parents, then, it is our responsibility to guide and help our children discover their vision and their purpose. So, what is vision? The Merriam-Webster dictionary describes it as of state, something in a dream, trance, or ecstasy, a thought, concept, or object formed by the imagination, a manifestation to the senses of something immaterial, and a mode of seeing or conceiving. So, in keeping with our discussion specific to our children, I would like to focus on the phrase a thought, concept, or object formed by the imagination. I like to think of it as the finish line where God is waiting. A runner who is focused on the prize at the end of the line will do everything he can, train as hard as he can, so that he would win that prize. In the same way, having a vision for our children is creating an end goal for them that affects the way we train them so that they would achieve goals in life. So how do we create a vision for our children? Here are practical ways that we can help create and establish that vision for our children. Firstly, and I would like to think most importantly, is we need to pray for them. Although we are the vessels that God uses to bring our children here onto the earth, they actually belong to Him. This means that He already has everything in place for their lives. We need to pray and ask God to reveal to us what is His vision for our children's lives. When we receive that vision from God, then we pray about it and we pray about it, and we do not stop praying until we see it manifest in their very lives. Secondly, we can speak into them. There is much power in words, whether positive or negative. As much as possible, we should verbally speak about or have our kids repeat a positive aspect of their individual vision. In a medical science paper published in 2015, the National Medicine and the Ministry of Health, it was stated that affirmations can decrease stress, increase well-being, improve academic performance, and make people more open to behavior change. We can use positive words and affirmations at any time and all the time. When cooking, eating, doing chores, playing with them, doing gardening, correcting them for a rule that was broken, before sleep, and my personal favorite is at any time whatsoever, just out of the blue. We affirm our children and positively establish a vision in their minds. The third way that we can help to do this is we can display visual affirmations. This strengthens the concepts of speaking positively, but it goes a step further because it speaks to them even when we are not speaking. As they move around the home, their eyes would constantly view these affirmations, and the brain would quickly read and register it, create a very firm foundation in their minds. Visual affirmations are also the perfect opportunity to foster their creative skills while spending quality time with them. Creativity engages the entire mind, body, and soul, which produces lasting memories. How much more powerful then when those memories are centered around a positive belief. Another thing that we can do is give vision gifts. What I mean by that is that the toys or presents that we buy them on different occasions should be connected to their individual purpose as much as possible. And even if sometimes they are not, then its use and enjoyment should create opportunities for values and habits that are connected to purpose to be displayed. For example, we can help to foster the values of sharing, of empathy for others, of cooperation, and those are some things that we can help establish when they are playing with their gifts that we can give to them for vision gifts. Fifthly, another way that we can establish a vision is that we celebrate our children. Each child is unique and has their own vision in life, as mentioned earlier. It is simply wrong to compare a child to another, whether in a negative or positive context, because this takes away from their own self-worth and self-confidence. They would lose focus of the finish line, drop their heads down, and end up tripping and falling. Sadly, some of them may never recover and rise back up unless there is intervention. So celebrate our children. Let us be the biggest champions, the biggest fan base that they have, because we are their parents. Our next thing that we can do is maximize discipline. The big D word. So very important to everyone, not just our children. I am a firm believer in the sharing of punishment for intentional wrong actions and decisions. But even that has its greatest effects up to a certain age. And in my opinion, that is around 10 or 11. And it should also include, while sharing discipline, a very clear and simple explanation of what was wrong and how it can be made right, together with twice as much love as the punishment that was given. In addition, we should always be very clear that it is the act, behavior that was wrong, and that nothing is wrong with the child himself, because God created each one of them unique, special, and perfect. But sometimes their behavior may need some guidance. As our children grow older, discipline must become more relevant to their age. As parents, we can help them identify the root cause of their error, which often goes back to a negative core value. We explain why their thinking process was wrong, and then discern what the right behavior should be and why to behave that way. If we can constantly train the minds of our children to think according to right moral values, to godly principles, then we not only accelerate lives, but the lives of those they would influence. So these are very practical, proven, and tested ways that we can help establish a vision for our children. And in so doing, we change and we impact not only their future, but the future of the nation. Thank you.
My name is Pamela Ramcharan, and I use the Excellence Journal. This is a wonderful book for parents, for children, for teens, and for young adults. And you know something? This book is a wonderful way by which parents can work together with their children when it comes to their schoolwork, and even also keeping on top and updated on their children's performance during the term. It is also a great opportunity for parents to interact with their children, spend more time with them as it comes to studying and even interacting with their children, discussing what is going on in the school environment. And the journal is actually a chance for the children to let the parents know the difficulties that they may be facing, and for the parents as well, in getting that information from their children, they can have great interactions with the teachers to find out strategies and ways in which they can assist the children to improve in their work. And one part that I love so much about it is that planning at the beginning of the school term. I think that is wonderful, because as for me, being a parent of children who are into the secondary school system, it is sometimes difficult for us to keep up with what our children are doing, particularly for those of us who have more than one child. And planning before the beginning of the term with this journal, ensuring that we know what the children have to do, the work that will be covered during the term. And I am just recommending this Excellence Journal for each and every parent out there. Whether you are a parent, whether you are a guardian for your children, you will not regret it.